gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. I am your host, Saeed. I do want to thank you for joining us tonight, Friday the 13th of May, 2022. You know, it is always a pleasure for me to come here every night. It is always a pleasure. I take pride in coming here every night just to inform you, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, about incidents that are happening in our country on a daily basis. Remember, viewers, we are on Synergy Network. I have my studio on Caroni Savannah Road in Shoguners. My office is there also. You can contact us at 238-6716 or 339-1670. Share our Facebook page, Real Talk with Saieed Ali Live. Share our YouTube channel, TT Real Talk. Subscribe, hit the bell, and you will know when we go live. So viewers, remember, those of you looking for cash, quick cash, and you can't go to the bank turning it down because you're not qualified to go into the banking system to get a loan, you can contact me, 238-6716 or 339-1670. Remember, I am a licensed money lender. I'm also the managing director of Real Talk Group of Companies. 2 offices, one on 132 Cipero Road, Victoria Village in San Fernando. Their numbers are 242-7690. Our head office is on number 14 Caroni Savannah Road in Shoguners. Feel free to check us out, viewers, if you're in the area or you want to do business with us. So as we start off our program tonight, viewers, remember, those of you who are looking for the 3.5%, as I advertised when I was celebrating my 4 years on national television, you can still get it. You can still get it. Not because I'm not advertising it on television means you cannot get it. Contact me. I also buy and sell used vehicle. So if you have a vehicle to sell, you can contact me at 339-1670 or 238-6716. Set an appointment. Come down to our business place on Caroni Savannah Road, and we will see how best we can do some business. That's another branch of Real Talk Group of Companies, buying and selling used vehicles. So as we start off our program tonight, an autopsy has concluded that a 2-year-old Kamani Francis drowned. The child body was pulled from a river 2 miles away from his Tetra Village Point 14 home on Tuesday, the day after his disappearance triggered a massive search throughout the area for him. The autopsy was done this morning at the Forensic Science Center in St. James. Sources said the finding was due to asphyxia, consent with drowning. Police source said the autopsy showed no marks of violence to the child's body to suggest foul play, so his death is being treated as accidental. It's sad, you know. It's sad, but let's hear what the police have to say. I already said what I have to say. Let's hear what the police have to say concerning this incident that is happening in the Point 14 area. It's so sad. It's so sad to know that incident with a 2-year-old boy. Parents, grandparents, single mothers, single fathers, daycare attendants, please, please keep an eye on your child. It takes an incident like this for we to catch ourselves in Trinidad to know how serious it is when you're growing up a child. Long ago, there's a saying that the villagers used to raise a child. Now it's on to the mother and father to raise that child because the villagers don't want no part. Because we might have some kind of disagreement with villagers. That is nowadays, 2022 and going forward. It's sad, but nevertheless, moving along tonight. Students' safety is being called into question by the Trinidad and Tobago Unified Teachers Association. Tutor. As teachers fall prey to COVID-19, leaving children without supervision, Tutor First Vice President Marlon Seals stated that they are concerned about the supervision of students as teachers are faced with isolation or quarantine. Tutor now coming out with this after I labeled this for almost a week in Trinidad. Almost a week right here on Real Talk platform. Caller, good night.
Good night, Saeed, and to all your listeners and callers. This is the original vaccine vegan.
Good night, my friend.
Let me tell you something, Saeed. The tutor is a Balize party group. I want to focus on another child missing.
Yes.
Another child missing. And I'm seeing the children's authority asking for help and giving hotline numbers to call. You remember the last time what they did? They called, the director called a fellow by the name of Bombay. I don't know if he was in India, but he was a gang leader. They helped them.
Yes.
No.
That's Bombay.
Right.
Correct. Yes, I remember that.
Bombay.
Yes.
No.
It's sad he didn't call it. Caller.
Because
it's sad that they didn't call TTPS.
well, let me tell you that is where I'm going. Why you think they can't call TTPS? The head man who's responsible for TTPS say he's not responsible for crime and security of nation. How we could call them?
Correct.
Because when you whisper in Jacob's ears and you give him instructions, he ain't gonna follow it. But if you give him advice and tell him don't bother about that, so calling TTPS is a waste of time. Let me tell you who they should call. They should call goings and comings. Remember, he has contact with the fellow railroad, so they might be able to help. But the critical thing I want to talk to you about, you see the children's authority and all those children's homes, who are the major stakeholders and all that, who benefited from it?
Correct.
2 weeks ago, I told you, okay, the children's director, who I think she gone on long leave for she not there again, she was a nominee for Port of Spain, right? So she had Chibali's card. The one, because so home, I tell you that was a former mayor thing. No, in 2019, Mamu, who they call Terence Terrible, say he's decentralizing mental care. So you know what that means? That means you're going to have satellite homes all over the place, just like the children's authority. And who you think get the contracts and get the funding for those? I want somebody to investigate that, because that is a food friendly for the Balize card holders. Nobody is thinking about that, you know. Watching at the finance committee meeting today, nobody asking them that. Only the centralized mental care house, only shutting down St. Anne, and only opening up homes all over the place. Who are the beneficiaries? Not the people who they house in the old one. Is somebody getting money to use for them? Just like the children are benefiting.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you so much. So now, viewers, staying with education and tutor, under the guidelines for the return to physical school, the decision now lies with the Chief Education Officer, who will make the determination after consultation with officials at the Ministry of Education and the country's medical officer of health. I tell her that they rushed to open school. I told you all that. There was nothing in place. They rushed to open the school. Why rush? We were hearing that we come into an endemic, an end of the pandemic. What about the word endemic? Where was that word? Where's that word going? I'm asking. All we hear now, all we are referring back to pandemic, not endemic. You see, the Alsing them has so much of brains. So much of brain. I am the health minister, I could do what I want. But because of your clumsy decisions and your board clumsy decision, this is the reality that they are facing right now. This is the reality. So I hope you're feeling kudos. You and your lousy team. And the education minister now coming out to tell us 3 feet is good enough. 3 feet is good enough. She did her survey in other countries, and 3 feet you can't get it. How much of them get it now? How many of them got it now? It's sad, it's sad. Seals said, this policy had already created problems for some schools. Remember when the principal didn't want to say if the schools had COVID-19 or not? And when people started calling and we started to highlight it, what happened? What happened? The ministry said, well, it's okay, principal could go ahead now and say how many students it have, or how many teachers, or which school have COVID-19 in it. All the time they was keeping it a hush-hush and a hide-up. You know, hush-hush and hide-up at Saieed, you know. You're being stupid, you pay the penalty for being stupid. But the thing is, the ministry not paying for it. That is the only problem. The ministry not paying for it is the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago and their children that is paying for it. It's a sad thing. It's a sad thing. But nevertheless, moving along. Although the turnout so far for booster shots for teens aged 12 to 18 has been low, health workers at the Queen's Park Savannah vaccination site expects they expect the speed to pick up over the weekend. They expect the pace to pick up over the weekend. They expect to get a large crowd. But I will tell you something. After the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, the parents of child or children or teenagers saw what took place in the months gone by, you think parents are going to allow their teenagers to go forward and just get vaccine after seeing what took place? After seeing how the military twisted everything? After hearing about complications of individuals who took the vaccine and the ministry denying, and parents want to come out and say, well, yes, this happened and yes, that happened. What do you expect? A fast turnout? Call a good night.
Good night, Mr. Ali.
Go right ahead, you're live.
I'm calling about the statement Mr. Rowley said. I read in the news, the Express today, where he said USC is backing out with this thing with
Foster Cummings. Yeah.
What about the backing out? Is it backing out when he went he denied Chelsea Rodriguez? Was it backing out when he said he closed the fridge door and he wasn't shutting down Petrochin and all the other stupid things that he did in this country? Thank you.
Thank you, my friend. Hey, watch me now. On this Thursday night show, Stuart Young saying, Trinidad and Tobago, we're going to assist with oil and gas. That's Stuart Young on CNN with Richard Quest. Just before that, when they shut down Petrochin and the refinery, our Prime Minister said, due to low productivity, we had to shut it down. So the Prime Minister was embarrassed on, let me tell you something, on an international scale. Or ever thought about it like that? Prime Minister saying because of low production, we had to shut it down. Couple of years up the road, Stuart Young saying, well, you know, we have it. We got to assist other countries with the refinery down. How we get it? How did we get it with the refinery down? And then let us come to say, now, oh, side you hate PNM and side you're bashing PNM. It's not bashing. It's Stuart Young insulted the Prime Minister on CNN. I wonder what the Prime Minister is going to do to Stuart Young now. Caller, good night.
Good night, sir.
Go right ahead.
The PNM is a party, the head, covers the entire body. So he depends. I was just hearing and seeing with the Prime Minister, reading the papers, that a special branch report is not evidence. Well, boy, I cannot understand that. How? Police do the investigation thoroughly. So how is it a special branch report would not be evidence? Secondly, sir, I was reading again in the papers, where Ashton Ford and I was recalled when the partnership came into government. And, there was a case, they filed a case against the People Partnership. PNM came in power and offered no evidence, and these gentlemen and them walking away with millions of dollars. Millions of dollars. Is it the PNM party going to pay that? Secondly, with the fake oil issue. Again, when they was advised by eminent senior counsel to appeal a decision, no, they did not appeal it. Millions of dollars again awarded. We lost oil, we lost money. Again, with the Malcolm Jones issue, where billions of dollars was, now is it with this mismanagement that is putting us now? You are coming and squeezing taxpayers because of your mismanagement. Isn't it, that, we need a forensic into the affairs of the last 7 years. And there is something, because you can't just come now and tell me because of your mismanagement, your ineptitude, that I must pay for that. Is there any way, Saieed, I don't know, whether we could look into these things, because this is the crux of the matter. Look at where crime is. Everything, tell me one area where where this government has been successful with. They are the problem, nothing else. It is the government, the system of governance, and this government that is causing all of that. Thanks a lot, sir.
Thank you, my friend. Now, one nurse stated that there were 4 teens and the low turnout could be attributed to the fact that Friday, the first day, was a school day. How lame. Health Minister Terence Singh stated that Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine was approved by both World Health Organization, WHO, and the Ministry Advisory Committee for distribution to the children aged 12 to 18 as booster. He stated that students who began vaccination in September 2021 are now eligible to receive the booster.
Just to let parents know, you need to come in with your kids, the usual parental consent, and the boosters will be available to those children who received their vaccines 6 months ago. So if you have received your second shot less than 6 months, please don't come in to get boosted. We urge parents and children in that 12 to 18 age group, especially those who are immunocompromised, whether you have diabetes, sickle cell anemia, cardiac disease, cancers, anything that predisposes you to being immunocompromised. If you are unsure, please speak with your pediatrician or family physician. Those boosters are highly recommended for those subpopulations of the 12 to 18.
Hey viewers, I'm looking for these 2 persons. I'm looking for Daryl Lachman. Daryl Lachman, could you please contact me please tomorrow? 238-6716 or 339-1670. And I just want to send a message to Darian Stanley. Darian, come up to my South office and meet, not South, come up to my Central office and meet me. Apparently South is giving you some problems. So come up to the Central office and meet me and let's sort out the problem. I understand your family went yesterday looking for it, but they couldn't find the office. So come up Central. We are on Caroni Savannah Road. It's a big 3-story tile front building. You can't miss it. So contact me tomorrow and come up Central. Let's sort out the problem. So as we move along tonight, we have a caller. Caller, good night.
Good night, Mr. Ali again. I would like, here what I would like. I would like Munilal and that lawyer woman with all the documents, with what Rowley said was, Rural Municipality was Heinz car, and the one with the thing with Foster Clement. I want the UNC to spread it all over in all the newspapers and drop it in every citizen mailbox. All the facts and everything, drop it in everybody's mailbox, so we can see exactly what the stupid Rowley doing. Thank you.
Thank you, my friend. Now, Opposition Senator Jayanti Lakshmidal has responded to a legal letter sent on behalf of the Minister of Youth Development, Foster Cummings, but only to say that she has retained Freedom House Chambers, led by former Attorney General Anand Ramlogan, SC, as her attorney. Cummings was prepared to give the senator until the end of yesterday to respond to the pre-action protocol letter. Cummings also requested an apology and compensation from the senator. On May 5th, Lakshmidal read from a 2019 Special Branch report on Cummings. The document alleged that Cummings was involved in several illegal activities involving Housing Development Corporation, that is HDC, lands. It also alleged improper behavior in relation to government contracts and an associate with alleged criminal. She also stated that Cummings had a reasonable expectation of privacy of information relating to any police investigation. So we're going to see how that plays off. We're going to see how that plays off. Hey, let me tell you something now. I'll get ready for this one. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley have stated that based on information made available to him, there is no evidence in a special branch report that Youth Development Minister Foster Cummings has engaged in any illegal or unlawful business activity. The PM stated that he is not defending anyone against whom any allegation is made, as the opposition will do anything to anybody if they believe it. Well, let them dismiss.
Let me make it very clear here today. I am defending no one against whom any allegation is made. Because members of my cabinet will tell you that they know, and I tell them from time to time, where matters of integrity and honesty are concerned, you're on your own. Every tub will sit on its own bottom. So I'm not here defending any individual. I'm just talking to you about institutional arrangements in this country which are being undermined by a desperate opposition that will do anything to anybody if they believe it will help them. And I can tell the country, as of today, I have seen nothing to confirm what the UNC has been waving on that platform.
Now, viewers, he added that the UNC has accused Cummings of stealing 3 pieces of land in central Trinidad, but what he has seen in reference to tree ownership. The PM further stated that other allegations was made, which was denied, but it is in police hands.
Other allegations have been made, which have been denied. I have seen no confirmation of them, but they're in the right place. They are in the police hand. And if the police cannot confirm any of that, to me, as they do, from time to time if they can, then what am I supposed to act on?
You hear the man say? If the police cannot confirm that to him, strong statement, you know. He noted that a responsible PM will know 2 things, which is taking the special branch as intelligent and distinguish between intelligence and evidence.
To the best of my knowledge, what Senator Jayanti Lal just did the other day is the first time I can recall, or I know of, a special branch report on a political platform being used to agitate the population as though this is evidence of wrongdoing on the part of a minister, or anybody for that matter, and the Prime Minister must act. A responsible Prime Minister will know two things. One, take special branch as intelligence, distinguish between intelligence and evidence, one requiring further investigation, and of course there may be times when it may contain matters that may have a place in court.
Is our Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago trying to put down the special branch unit in Trinidad and Tobago? I'm just asking. I'm just asking. Because I will tell you something. For a police team to go on a raid, hear this, eh? For a police team to go on a raid, they have to have information. That's what you call intelligence. You have intelligence information. You act on your information and you proceed now to get evidence. You don't get evidence and then you act on intelligence. You hear somebody calling, okay, this information, this intelligence, we go act on it, and acting on the information, acting on the intelligence, you will go forward now and get your evidence. So what is the Prime Minister trying to tell the nation? What is he actually trying to tell the nation? Is he trying to tell the nation how the special branch unit in Trinidad and Tobago should function? Keep in mind, the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, Keith Rowley, is who again? The head of the Security Council for Trinidad and Tobago. That is the same man who didn't know when Dulcie Rodriguez landed in Piaco Airport. That same Prime Minister, that same head of security in Trinidad and Tobago, the head of Security Council, that is the same man who said he didn't know who was in the plane. And he's the head of the Security Council. So when you're trying to tell me now, a plane load of C4 could have come in and just explode in the airport, all you feel inside is a duncy head. But I here to tell the nation, one special branch get information, they act on intelligence, they pull their team together, they have intelligence. Hey, Saieed have writing on a paper, let me go down and see what Saieed have. With your intelligence information now, you move forward and you collect this piece of paper, which they call evidence. The PM also added that if there is something for the police to act on, then he expects the police would act on it, and if then, no action will be taken. Hold on. Like I said just now, according to Lakshmi Dal, she read a report from 2019 where the special branch got information and acted on it. And after they did their report, that is what she's talking about. So how do you call that? Evidence. Call her good night.
Good evening, Mr. Said. Said, it has so much thing this man have to account for.
Boy.
From days from when he was a school teacher. Then it have the email gate. It have the Tobago Hospital material that they remove and use in his property. And the list could go on, the AV oil and gas drilling. Now, this last issue will come up here with this land issue. We have to ask ourselves, if this is the same issue that Clarence Rambarat raised and remove him as being the Minister of Agriculture when he said it have high-ranking
yes.
official dealing in
Land fraud.
suspicious land transaction within the ministry. And remember that the Minister of Agriculture, and this lands we're talking about is agricultural lands we're talking about.
Yes.
So you don't take Stevie Wonder to connect that this is the same thing that he was speaking about. No, he just didn't come out and say it. So why then Rowley didn't come out and make a statement and ask the nation concerning what Rambarat, the allegation Rambarat brought to the forefront before he dismissed him? Why did he have to come and make a big issue about it? Because it was an opposition senator that raised the issue.
Correct.
So how you could trust this man to lead a country and for the country to prosper and to go forward when every single thing that is done under his watch is suspicious, is deceitful, is of no substance? So that's why you see this country is in a state that it is in right now. You know? Bloodshed, mayhem, every single thing is wrong, and all because of the leadership that is leading this country. If you as a father or a parent live at home and you are wayward and worthless and everything, you feel your home will be good? You feel you could walk into your home and your children will be in a proper place, your animal will be in a proper place, anything will be good in that place? Everything will be chaos, everything will be in disarray. And that is why this country, and people cannot see this and understand this, the problem in Trinidad and Tobago, why you're seeing every single thing going haywire in this country because of this leadership, and it slowly and wholly falls. And remember what the man said? The buck stops with me, and it is Keith Rowley. That is the problem in Trinidad and Tobago. And unless people wake up and realize that you had to get rid of this man, otherwise you're going down a fiery pit fast, nothing won't change in this country. Have a good night, Mr.
Thank you, my friend, to you and your family. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley have stated that while the country revenue is increasing from high international natural gas and ammonia price, he would not describe it as a boom. The PM stated that the increased revenue, through non-significant, will be used to reduce the country's debt burden. He stated that revenue will be helpful given that in 2016 there was a $13 billion deficit and the government had to find $13 billion to keep things afloat. The PM noted that without COVID, this country was on track to be close to a balanced budget. But COVID came and we had to borrow again for the COVID situation.